This is a sort of a protest album in a lot of ways. And that's never terribly palatable, is it? As a thought, oh, so-and-so's just made a protest album. Oh, really? Oh, probably won't bother checking that out. I think a lot of artists are under, or perceive themselves to be under, colossal pressure to write feel-good music because it sells. We're not really that kind of band anymore, so we don't have to worry about the feel-good thing. Finding a title for a record is always difficult. You end up trawling through the words and thinking, well, have we got anything in the lyrics that encompasses the whole thing? Does it have to encompass the whole thing? Does it have to be from the lyrics? There aren't any must-dos in art, you know. You can... It just has to feel right. Fear, fuck everyone and run, which has become the prevailing attitude in the world. I'd got this lyric, New Kings, which encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses the recession, the way the banks expected the taxpayers to bail them out when they came unstuck, but weren't giving anything back, you know, during the good times, and and continued to award themselves huge bonuses at the top. You know, the people who'd overseen the demise of their own companies were being rewarded for it. People without morality, pretending to be moral. And when I sing "Fuck Everyone and Run" in the New Kings, I'm singing it very quietly in falsetto, with sadness and reflection. And I'm really saying, we've come to this. And so it occurred to me one day, there's a title for this record. And it's very strong, and it'll make people sit back. I thought it would be great to have a title that shows everyone that we believe in something, and that we haven't mellowed at all, and that we're not making this music to be easy listening, and we're not making this music to be attractive in a marketplace. We're making this music because, or I'm making this music because I'm getting old, and I don't know how many more records I'm gonna make, so I should say something important. I think this album, in a strange way, is going to remind people of Brave. It might even remind people of very early Marillion. It's still the band doing what the band does. It's very rich musically. I don't know, maybe they'll look back on this one as being one of those landmarks.
There's a lot of Marillion in this album. It's quite different to the last album, which is always a good thing.
I think it's sonically richer and in a way more powerful, if it can be, just because there's so many really strong moments within the 3 long songs and the 2 shorter ones, but the 3 long songs especially.
I suppose it's not a case of the length of the song is really important or anything, but it just seems to suit our style of music to have something that just goes through a story, an episodic piece, and it's a sign that it's a good, well-explored subject if the song's long and that we've got a lot to say musically and lyrically. We've had a really good stab at doing our best ever work, and I hope people will give it a good enough listen to appreciate what's gone into it, because it is, 3 years of creativity and hard work.
It's not a pop album at all. It's very intense. And the songs are, most of the songs are very long. They're long journeys. It's not going to be an album for the iPod generation because it's all too long. So a lot of this album is shot through with a sense of foreboding and a feeling that a tidal wave is coming. A storm's coming. That's my worst fear.